on the next Loop and Larry. The Star Wars fandom is at odds. Decisions need to be made. Someone needs to take a stand and answer the burning question, which is the best Star Wars film? Luckily, help is on its way in the form of the Guardians of Geek. Loop and Larry, along with film nerd and general scoundrel Hank, will attempt to put an end to this debate. Join them as they take on this insurmountable task and rank every Star Wars film, even Han Solo. So fire up the hyperdrive and join us on the next Loop and Larry, Guardians of Geek!
In a world filled with intergalactic space battles, metahuman destruction on a global scale, and psychopathic serial hauntings, there's only one team who can make sense of it all. When your world is overrun with rampant pop culture, call Loop and Larry, Guardians of Geek.
Yes!
We made it to 90! 90 explosions! Woohoo!
We're only 10 episodes away from 100.
I know. Well, I mean, we originally thought that we would get to 100 in this season. You were really convinced that we would get to 100 in season 7.
Oh, man. Yeah, did not do it. I thought for sure we were going to.
Yeah,
but
we will get to 100 in season 8.
Yes,
Mark my
100%.
words.
Yeah, we will get to 100 for sure. There's no doubt. I'm not moving anymore. I'm good.
No.
So we're good. A lot of things are done. So
Yeah.
this is I'm Loop.
Oh, I'm Larry.
This is Guardians of Geek. Sorry, we're a little confused because we're very excited about our episode today. It's a little bit different. We're going to be ranking the Star Wars films.
All 11 of them.
Yeah, and we got our friend Hank that's going to be joining us in a second. And I'm super excited about this because, of course, Star Wars means so much to a lot of people, and including the two of us.
Yes, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And we've been talking about doing this episode for for a year or more. We've been wanting to do this ranking. So, yeah, we could not be more excited.
It is finally here. We've been talking about this for months. This is our Star Wars ranking where we're going to rank all the Star Wars movies, all 11 of them. We've got Hollywood Hank here, as I'm now calling you. Film buff. You've been on the show before. How many films do you own? Just of physical media?
Man, probably it's over 6,000, I guess. Probably 6,500. I don't know. Something like that.
I'm pretty sure in its heyday, heyday, Blockbuster only had about 300 movies on the shelf.
Yeah,
so this is, I think
more than Blockbuster.
This is pretty impressive.
I noticed. Welcome to the show, by the way, Hank.
Yeah, I love being here. It's the best.
I'm noticing behind you, you got a lot of cool things back there before we get started. You got some VHS back there, I think.
Yeah.
Is that Grand Moff Tarkin back there too?
It is, because I mean, I love the character, but also it's Peter Cushing, who's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
That's why I still have that one. And I thought I'd include him.
That's
Perfect.
awesome. That's wild.
But even better than that, you were pointing out to us earlier, you've got 3 original laser discs.
The laser discs.
That is the craziest.
Yeah, for all 3. They're all there. Yeah, the originals. Yeah.
That is awesome.
That is wild. That's so cool.
Yeah. And that's why we have Hank on the show.
I can't pass up a copy of Star Wars if I see it when I don't have.
No,
He's
exactly.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
100%.
All right. So we've been talking about this for a while. We've been talking about doing this, like the official ranking of what we think the movies, like each of us has a different ranking for sure of what we think these movies or how they should go from 11 to 1. We'll start at 11 and I'm sure there'll be discussion because I'm sure there'll be some discrepancies of what everybody thinks. And a lot of it is just the way you feel and how the movies affect you. Right. So it's like, they're all going to be a little bit different. I was kind of looking at them, and this is how I've done it with a little bit of story. Like was I engaged in this? Sure. The other one was like memorable scenes or images from the movies. Like, what do I remember and why? And like, why is this important to me? And also the emotions. Did I get goosebumps watching it? Did I cry when watching it? I will say there was a couple I did. But how did you guys rank them generally?
Pretty much based on that too. I mean, I use that for sure. One that's high up on my list is definitely based on imagery and scenes.
I did the same sort of thing, but a few of them were literally make or break based on a scene
Oh,
or
okay.
a component of the movie. So there were a couple so like I mean we've all three of us have watched these movies 1,000 times. So
Yep.
we've all seen them, but when we went back to sort of rewatch or to think about these things, we were doing it a little bit more critically to make this list. So yeah, so a couple of them, there were some things that popped out at me that I was like, okay, that's going to affect your score.
Sure. And I mean, nostalgia definitely came into play for certain things,
Yeah.
but yeah.
100%.
All
All right.
right.
Well, let's start at 11.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do is we'll just round robin quick, like your number 11 is, and then we'll discuss where we're set. I'll go first.
So this is the worst. This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Sure.
Attack of the Clones for me is the worst.
Yeah. I also said Attack of the Clones.
Well, I'll chime in. Mine is also Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
It is the bottom. We're on the same page on that one.
This movie is almost unwatchable to me at certain points. There are a couple like minor memorable scenes in this, but there's just like that whole scene where C-3PO gets torn up in that droid factory is like, it's just so not Star Wars. It's just so goofy and cartoonish. And I can't, like, it's just, I was so irritated watching it.
That was the note that I made about this, was literally that scene. It was that scene. But then there's also the scene in the arena where C-3PO's head gets popped off and then he's being dragged.
Yeah.
And he says, what a drag. Like, come on.
Some of the lines are a little on the nose. I did just rewatch that one recently, and I will admit I had more fun this time than I have in previous years, but it is still the bottom one.
Yeah. I mean, and now having said that, you're right. Like I can still watch it. Yeah. It's just cringy. Like there are just scenes that are just cringy. It's just but this was when Lucas decided that all of these movies were geared towards 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like remember he was saying that that's what these are. They're geared towards 10-year-olds, forgetting that the people who are most in love with these movies by that point were in their 40s.
Exactly. Have 10-year-olds.
Yeah. So
I mean, that all being said, it does have Christopher Lee in it, who again is another one of my favorite actors, and he is a plus. He's really cool. But that doesn't save it. And I do like Obi-Wan kind of being detective and going to the planet to find out about the clones, and I like that stuff. But
I said one of my notes was if this movie was just Obi-Wan doing his thing with Jango Fett, it would have been a lot higher. It would have been awesome. My biggest problem with this movie is it's so animated looking. Like you might as well be watching a cartoon pretty much through most of this. And it's the one of the few that I really noticed it in, like more than the one before and the one after. This one's like super animated looking.
It's very glossy. Yeah.
But at the time, that was state of the art. Like I remember like just critics being like, this is phenomenal. Like they were doing all kinds of things with animation that hadn't been done before, but it just doesn't hold up. Animating C-3PO was not a good idea. Like it just didn't make any sense.
And for every cool scene, there's 3 cringy ones that follow. So
and
the
100%.
The dialogue's pretty rough. Let's not joke.
That's the last we shall ever speak of this movie.
This might be the only one that we all agree on too.
It's probably true.
I'm gonna bet it is, but we'll see.
This next one I know there'll be some disagreements on for me anyways. Like so my number 10 is Last Jedi.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
All right.
That doesn't surprise me, only because I remember when it came out and you were not a happy guy at that point. But anyway,
happy guy.
Okay. So my number 10 is Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 10 is, and this doesn't mean I don't like it because I really like this one, is Rise of the Skywalker.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So we've got a bit of prequel, a bit of sequel.
Everybody's got their own here, it looks like. But.
All right, now let's find out why. Lou?
I just found this movie was like kind of useless to me. Like I felt like even rewatching it, it's basically them in a ship being chased through the whole movie. Like everything just didn't work for anybody, and I just was so bored in it, and I didn't understand the point of it. The only cool, again, when we talk about memorable scenes, I did like the scene with Luke at the end in the red sand. That scene was kind of cool, but to me, it was too little, too late by that point. I just was like, and then they killed Admiral Akbar. I mean, I'm still mad about this to this day. I was so mad in the theater when they blew him up the thing. And then the whole thing with Princess Leia floating through space, and it was just one annoying like scene that irritated me after another.
I'll never forget watching that movie with you and coming out of the theater, and I enjoyed it more than you did, and so I was like, "Oh, that is fun Star Wars," and you like barely said a word and just stormed out of the theater. I'm like, what is happening? What just happened here?
I can't chime in on the hate too much because I don't want to give anything away, but yeah,
exactly.
I'm a fan of this one, so I can't chime in on the criticisms of it. But I know what you're saying. I understand.
That's fair. Yes, these are fair criticisms.
Yeah. And I mean, mine being Rise of Skywalker at number 10 is really nothing against it. I know it's a mess, and the script is a mess, and some of the explanation is a mess, but I really had fun with that one. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I agree. I like that one too, but
it's got to go somewhere, so that's where it's going.
Exactly.
It's like ranking your somewhere. Like, how do I rank
That's right. I went with Revenge of the Sith. Again, it's not a bad movie. Of the 3 prequel movies, it's probably the best. However, and this is what I was talking about when we were talking, the scene that totally killed it for me was the Franken Vader.
Oh, yeah.
When Anakin became Darth Vader, the scene where he rises up and takes his first breath, and then he's told that he killed Padme, and no!
That was a bit cheesy.
And he was literally stomping around like Frankenstein. I was like, that's the birth of Darth Vader?
I know.
That was cool.
If I was ranking this based on, like you said, on scenes, then for sure that one would be lower on my list. I mean, there's stuff I like about it, but that scene is...
Well, take the high ground.
To me, that scene was pivotal. Like, that was literally the birth of Darth Vader.
I know.
We've been waiting forever and ever to see that happen, and I was just so let down by the way it happened. It was just, to me, it was so goofy and such a, like, just paying homage to Frankenstein. There's no need for that.
The problem is when people make fun of, use that, like, the no as a scene for comedy now. So when they did it in the movie, I'm like... That, like, it was so cool up until that point, and then they kind of ruined it with that. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
It's so much build up.
Yeah, that's why that one ended up at 10 for me.
That's fair. Completely fair. I never give anybody any grief over Star Wars rankings.
No, because there are things I do like them all again, but it's just there's some of them I like more than others. Other than when they kill Admiral Akbar. Other than that, it's great. All right.
I can't wait to get to that one. Anyway.
Okay, number 9. Mine was Solo at number 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, mine was Rise of Skywalker. I had one better than you did, but it's still up there. Okay.
And my number 9 is Solo as well. I'm with my own another matchup, but.
Now I have to see where I put that, just so I know where. Okay, interesting. All right.
And again, nothing. Honestly, I really love that one. But again, it's got to go somewhere. I love that.
Yeah, it does. I found it was like I like actually it was a great movie when I rewatched it. It was actually kind of fun. My problem with it is did it need to be made? Was my problem, and it also brought up to me, and this is a thing I've had with Star Wars for a while now is. It was the first time I really thought, do we need to know this story? Does this need to be told? And it reminded me, like, I want to see Star Wars go forward past Skywalker. I don't want to these prequel after prequel after prequel to fill in like the most minute like storyline that we may have, like someone may have dropped a word of somewhere along the lines. And and they really pushed all the things like that he did, like Solo had talked about in the other movies. They had to make sure they got the dice in there and all the things that were in there. But as I sit in the Millennium Falcon, I hope he's not listening behind me. But but I mean, it was a great movie. I thought it was it in the lexicon of Star Wars. I thought it was well done. I would have liked to have seen 3 of them, maybe. But I just in this case, it just seemed because they didn't make any more, it just sort of died for me.
Yeah, I thought the guy played Han Solo really well. He was great.
Yes,
as Han.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
on a filmmaking level, like I went in thinking it was going to be a giant mess because remember it was the other two directors who originally were doing it,
Lord
and Miller.
Yep.
And then when they got taken off, and then Ron Howard came on, I'm like, oh, that's never a good sign.
Nope.
It's gonna be a mess. And it turned out way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Well, and remember, there were like half of the scenes in the trailer didn't end up in the movie.
Yeah, I
and the
remember.
trailer scenes were really cool.
Yeah.
Like there was, and they didn't, and people were like, "Well, what? Wait, when does the TIE fighter appear in front of what's her name, Jyn Erso? When does that happen?" Yeah. So yeah, that was an interesting,
yeah.
Okay, so mine was Rise of the Skywalker again.
Yeah.
I liked that movie. I liked it quite a bit, actually. Yeah. I actually thought it was a really good ending. But again, there was one scene in here that totally changed it for me, and it was the scene with the Sith dagger that Rey found that she had to hold up and find out where the throne room was.
Yeah.
So it perfectly matched the crashed what was it? The destroyer.
Yeah. Sure.
Like there were how?
Oh, I love that part. I know what you mean. It's ridiculous, but I love a good visual setup, so I was down for that.
I mean,
I know what you mean. It's ridiculous.
And when I first saw the movie, I didn't react that way. I went with it. I was like, oh, that's cool. But the problem is, the more I've seen it, the more I'm like, okay, but that is so like it to me. It became like a vehicle to move the plot along. They have to find it somehow. They're not just going to wander the desert.
No,
they have to find like an ancient thing that would help. So, but it just like a plot device. It just so. For sure. I still don't mind it. I actually really love that movie, but it's just that one moment that I pushed it down the list for me.
I really love the scene in the desert where Rey's holding the ship and with the forest. Right?
Yes,
that scene's great when she's doing.
It's awesome.
Trying to say Chewie, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I like when she flips over the sky, the timing when she's running, she flips backwards over the TIE fighter. I think that's pretty cool.
So cool. Like it is a great movie.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I am too.
Yeah. Oh, I love Rey. Yeah. No, it's a great movie. It's just that one scene.
Yeah, knocks it down.
Push it a little bit for me. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who like a whole movie could be based on one scene for you. Like remember, Heretic? Was it Heretic that you loved the whole movie until like the very very end? I'm like,
yes, and then it killed it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. We won't say anything.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Okay, it's true, and like I said, it didn't affect me like that when I first saw it because I was just going with the flow. I was like right into it and the whole thing. But it's just thinking about it afterwards and rewatching it. Then those scenes stick out, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
Hey,
that's fair. I know. Sometimes when I say it depends on the mood I'm in too. When I'm watching, I'm like, okay, this list could change, but it usually does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is the thing. Loop and I have done top 10 lists before, top 5 lists of movies and TVs, and we both talked about the fact that those are our top 5 or top 10 right now.
Yeah.
Like as of now, those are our top 10. You know, I mean, and so these lists that we're coming up with right now, a month from now, a year from now, we could totally
absolutely. If you guys had me on again in like a year and we did this, it might even be a different. The top 3 would probably be the same, but other stuff might change.
Yeah, for sure. You okay over there? You got weird?
I'm fine. Just keep going.
What's happening over there?
I don't know.
All right, let's move on to number 8. My number 8 is the Phantom Menace.
Okay. My number 8 is The Last Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah. My number 8 is The Force Awakens.
Oh, all right.
Okay. All right. It's so hard because I do like them all, so it's hard. It's like you're really just picking little things about them that you personally probably don't like, but
totally. But
the Phantom Menace, to go back when we first watched it, so Larry and I went and we watched it like 3 times in the same weekend when it first came out, or something. We even saw it in the States. Yeah.
Like literally the same day. We watched it here, then we drove across the border, watched it in the States, and then I think we came back and watched it again. Like it was nuts.
It was weird because it was a midnight showing, remember? And then we went the next day. Yeah.
That's right.
I remember the first time I saw it, I loved it. It was like the greatest thing I'd ever seen. And then as I watched it more, I started not liking it quite as much. And then when I just watched it now, I'm like, this movie again is a difficult watch. I find it like there's some scenes I love, and which is why it's probably where it is. But there's so many things in this movie. I just I mean, I had to throw Jar Jar Binks in there. I'm sorry, Jar Jar.
Yeah.
It's like it's so goofy at points that I'm like, okay, this is so stupid. Like I could almost accept Jar Jar, except that it's like it's just so dumb.
He gets a little too much. Yeah.
I don't like Anakin in it. Like I don't like he's just too like it's like, hey, what's this do? And he shoots up the entire and blows up. Like it's just like I don't know if Lucas knew what to do with some of these characters in this, and it's like the pod race is cool. Like there are some cool stuff. Watto's really cool. Like I do like pieces of it. I just some of it just was too goofy at points for me.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm a big fan. Sorry, Larry. I'm a big fan of Qui-Gon Jinn as a character and Liam Neeson as an actor. So I do enjoy him in the movie, and Ewan McGregor's great. Obi-Wan, he's good.
Yeah,
but
I feel like this was when Lucas decided that these movies were for 10-year-olds. Yeah, that's what he started writing.
Yeah,
because that movie, more than any of the others, feels like it's for kids.
Yeah,
you know for sure.
Like, is a great example, but
yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so I did Last Jedi. Again, I really like this movie. It's for me, it's one of my favorites. But I like you keep saying, Hank, it's got to go somewhere on the list.
Yeah.
So for me, it's probably the most visually stunning of all the movies. Like the red minerals with the white sand, like that was all cool. I also really like the Canto Bight, like the casino, because it's the first time in Star Wars that we ever saw the wealthy side of Star Wars. Like we always saw scoundrels and bounty hunters and people who are scrounging for money. This was the first time we actually saw a totally different look for Star Wars. So I thought it was unique because of that. I mean, it didn't make it further down the list because I've got other ones that I like for other reasons. But to me, I thought that it was so different from anything we had seen before, and it kind of propelled us into a new realm of Star Wars with just different planets and different looks. And I mean, it was not a perfect movie by any means, but I liked it. Yeah.
Again, I'm a big fan, but we'll see where it ends up.
All right.
What did I have? I had Force Awakens.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it is kind of low on my list, but I do love that one. Maybe less and less over the years. When it first came out, just like you were saying, Matt, for Phantom Menace, like when Force Awakens came out, it was amazing. This is like the return of Star Wars. It was so good. I think some of it that's kind of hindered it for me is how much it is like A New Hope. Like kind of hits some of the same beats. I'm like, oh, this is hitting a little too many of those beats for me. But I mean, again, I still love it. I love the new characters. Big fan of Rey. Really, all three of the new guys. The three main characters I liked in it. But still,
totally agree.
Good movie and good villains. Obviously, Adam Driver's great. But
he's really good in it. Yeah.
But again, there are other movies that may have had more of a impact on us. Like it was a great movie. Had to end up somewhere on the list. So
I'm a big visual guy, and I like filmmaking a lot. So like that one's great, and I like JJ. Sometimes he overuses a couple things, certain effects and stuff. So it's still good, but it's just that's why I kind of ended up a little lower. But
that's fair, totally fair. Yeah. All right.
So we're at 7.
7.
Yeah, 7 right now. So Revenge of the Sith for me for number 7.
Oh, okay. Interesting. 7, I had The Force Awakens at 7. So just one down from you.
Yeah.
At
7, I got Phantom Menace. So
okay.
Is that all from the same trilogy? Are we all? Or would you have again, Larry?
No, I had Force Awakens.
Oh, Force Awakens. Okay.
Yeah.
And what'd you have, Matt?
Mine was Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. So
on 7.
Okay. Yeah.
For me, it was a darker movie, and I quite enjoyed it. I love General Grievous. Like he's like one of my favorite characters, and all of those in that whole trilogy. Like I thought he was just a great character. I'd love to have seen more of him. You do in the Clone Wars
Sure.
show, but not as like in the movies. I would have liked to have seen more. I just thought it was like more concise story, and I did like the birth of Vader.
Frankenvader,
Except the end. But I did like when he was all chopped up and stuff. But but again, I don't know. I found in all these movies in this whole first, it was like Lucas was like in a playground where he had all these effects he could use. So everything had to be in a different location. So now they're going to be in a lava like river, and then fight. It's like some of it was. I don't think it was that necessary to be that quite that like extreme in every single scene. But I do enjoy it as a full movie because it's not as goofy. Jar Jar, I think, barely. I think he's only like seen in a. Like I don't think he even has a word in it. Like
I don't think he speaks. I don't think he has a line even, or maybe like a couple of words, but
maybe.
Yeah.
But so anyways, I just of that trilogy, that was the one I probably enjoyed the most.
Fair enough. Yep. And I agree. I thought it was the best of the trilogy too. It was just that one scene. It just made it a little better for me. It would have ranked higher, but so I went with Force Awakens. I had Last Jedi just before it, and then Force Awakens. I thought it was great. Like I really do like it. I love J.J. Abrams. I've always been a fan. I like the new characters. I like the nostalgia. Like it did hit a lot of the New Hope beats. Like I agree. It did that, but I think after the prequels, I kind of felt like we needed to be reminded of what the original movies felt like.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that those beats kind of made it feel nostalgic to me. So I really did like it a lot. I thought it was great. I don't have anything really bad to say about it. But again, there are others ahead of it that just had more of an impact on me. I also find, and this is an odd thing, as much as I love the sequels, like I love all three of them, I really do, I don't go back and rewatch them. Like those are the movies that I have really neglected. Like I've seen Solo a bunch of times, Rogue One I've seen a bunch of times. Like I go back to certain movies for some reason, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why I don't go back to these ones. So that's why I think that they are a bit lower on my list, because I really enjoy them, but I don't have that, for some reason, that same connection. So I think that's where that goes.
Well, there is one of the sequels that I have watched more than others, but we'll see where it ends up.
All right.
What did I have? I had Phantom Menace. I mean, I just rewatched it recently again too, and I really love it. I loved it at the time. I've gone through so many phases with that one. Where when it came out, I saw it like, I don't know, 6-7 times in the theater, and it was just the greatest because it was Star Wars was back. And then like years later, it was like, this is the worst movie, and then back to it being okay. I've gone back and forth on that one so many times. I do love it. I love the score. The score is really great. Some of the best John Williams stuff in all the Star Wars movies at all. Darth Maul is obviously an awesome character. He really should have just been in, like, he should have been in more of them.
Yeah.
Come on.
100%.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah, anyway, that's a little weird.
Just killing him off was such a bad decision.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, they brought him back in Clone Wars.
Yes.
So he does exist.
He's still there.
He is still there. And I mean, technically, and he was in Solo. Yeah. Now Solo was also a prequel.
That's true.
I mean, so that doesn't really count. It didn't move him forward. It went backwards.
Yeah. But it was still cool to see him again. I was excited when I saw that.
Yes, he needs his own spin-off. Get Ray Park. Ray Park can still pull off a good lightsaber fight. So bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, seeing the double lightsaber for the first time.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Cool. We all lost it when we saw that, right?
Oh yeah.
I remember dragging my dad to go see it. He wasn't a Star Wars guy at all, like at all. I was like, Dad, you've got to see this. This is the best movie. I mean, I was 18 at the time, so I was like, Dad, this is the best movie ever. You got to see it. He was asleep, and I think he fell asleep in half an hour. I slept for the rest of the movie. It was amazing. I'm like, you missed the whole movie. But I should have known better.
But anyway. You got to see it again, so that was okay.
That's okay.
Exactly. So, no, honestly, I still love that one. I mean, like number 7, but still, Phantom Menace is great. Special place.
I don't think I'm a fan of the political portion of Star Wars. Like I still, after all this time, even watching it this time, I still don't understand what the blockade was and why they were blocking them. I don't know what was going on in that. And I've watched it a million times, and I'm like, I still don't really understand. Like, who's allowing them to do the blockade? Why does nobody believe them, considering 2 Jedi were down there and fought them? They tried to kill them, but that's still not proof enough that there's something going on. Like, it just
also, I always laugh at that scene because there's the planet that they're blockading, and there's those ships around it. But like, can't someone just come in? From the top,
from the behind?
Like it just doesn't look like they're really. I don't know. Maybe we're missing something, but I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. It seems like somebody could sneak in there.
Yeah. Well, this is exactly what I have always thought about this movie. So it was obviously written for kids. You had the Jar Jar, you had Anakin being kind of goofy. What's this? And doing that's a neat trick. So you had that, but then there's that whole like taxation of trade routes. A 10-year-old is going to have any idea what taxation of trade routes is.
Yeah, none of the kids are going to know what's going on.
No. I didn't know what was going on.
No. If Matt doesn't know what's going on,
no,
this 10-year-old have no clue.
Yeah, it was such a mixed message.
Go back and reread the original crawl going up. Like, it's so confusing. I'm like, I watched it again, and I'm like, I still do not understand what they were doing and why no one believes anybody in this. Like, it just doesn't
and like talks of republics and senates, and and it was very like for a movie geared towards 10-year-olds. I don't know if he's ever met a 10-year-old.
Yeah, I don't think he has. I don't think he was trying. I mean, dance material for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what? And one more last thing about Phantom Menace, because I think we've all moved it on now after this one. Boss Nass
I haven't yet.
Okay. Boss Nass might be more annoying than Jar Jar even. I don't know.
Yeah, he's pretty.
I can't take the face thing with the slobber.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to get that
some poor animation. Like the clothing that he wore looked like plastic. Like it was
like jelly. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, for sure.
Watto saves that entire movie for me. I love Watto.
I do like Watto.
Favorite. Yeah, he's the coolest part of the whole thing, especially when he comes back later and he's so dejected because he's lost basically everything. It's like I felt bad for him. I felt bad for Watto.
Yeah, Watto. He's just trying to make a living, man.
That's all he's trying to do. That's all he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're trying to scam him out of parts for
Those Jedi mind tricks do not work on me.
Qui-Gon throws the game where they're rolling the dice.
Yes.
He uses the Force. Like he cheated him.
Yeah, he totally
gets 100%. For 100%.
Terrible.
All right. My number 6 is Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
That's fine.
This one's going to be a little controversial, but I put a lot of thought into it.
I like controversy.
My number 6 is Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fair. Okay. My number 6. My number 6 is Revenge of the Sith. So.
Okay. So I think we're pretty. We've now. Oh no, we haven't yet. Anyway, sorry. Okay. Let's find out why we all think this way.
Yeah.
This is getting tense as we get closer to this.
I know. Like getting hot here. Like, getting into it.
Rise, I still like that of the trilogies. I still like that last trilogy, other than the second movie. I was like, I know they were trying to really jam a lot of things in Rise of Skywalker to kind of tie things up. I really wish he would have done all 3 movies. I think it just for continuity, like Rose, for instance, introduced in the second one and is barely used in the third one because they didn't know what to do with her. Like they had nowhere to go with her.
Well, even though they had set up a relationship between her and Finn, like there was potentially and then that just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I introduced a bunch of new characters like that. I don't know if they were necessary, but the one thing I do like about this movie was that all the team. That's what I love about Star Wars. There's like a team of people, all sort of different. This one, everybody's together for once, instead of being split up into all these little, like, everyone's in different places. I like the fact they're all together and there's a team atmosphere, and and there's a lot of fun banter between them all. And it felt like a Star Wars movie to me once again. And I really enjoyed that movie on a rewatch more than I think I did before. I actually was like, oh, this is actually really good. Some of it doesn't make any sense, like the Emperor and all that, but I'll buy it. But it's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
So my number 6 was Return of the Jedi. And it kind of surprised me when I put it here. But I base this on the fact that the Return of the Jedi that we have to watch is the special edition, like the tweaked version.
Sure.
Like, if we were basing these on literally the theatrical run, the original theatrical run of the original trilogy, that would be different. But we don't have that. Really, I mean, legally, we don't have that. So all we have is what Lucas has done to them. And once again, it totally killed the movie for me when he redid the Jabba's palace scene.
I knew where you were going with it, for sure.
With Cy Snoodles singing, with her being oh my gosh, what's the guy, the rock star,
Max Rebo?
No, like the real life. He sang the theme song for the Wonder Years. What would you do?
Oh, Joe Cocker.
Yeah, when he was doing the Joe Cocker thing. Like, why would you make him act like a real Earth rock star? And just that whole scene just killed. Like, the original music was pretty cool. Like, it was.
You have Max Rebo right there. You don't need anything. Max Rebo's rocking out, man.
Yeah, it just. When I rewatched it, I'm like, oh my god, like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, that was so bad. And I mean, it's still a fantastic movie. I still really like it, like we've said with everything else. But he just massacred it when he did that. And
I think I close my eyes when that part happens. I look
seriously,
away. Yeah, I look away.
That whole thing, and even when they dropped, and now I can't remember the Twi'lek, when they dropped her down into the Sarlacc or in the Rancor pit. They didn't need to do that. Like, it diminished the whole Rancor thing, because we've seen him attacking her. Like, it was so unnecessary and so badly done that it just sort of ruined the pacing and ruined the nostalgia for me. And that's what I had for that movie. So that's why that made it to 6. It wasn't.
That's fair. Honestly, if we were ranking them, I get what you're saying about ranking them that way, because that's the versions we have.
Yeah.
If I ranked them that way, honestly, they would all be a lot lower on them.
Yeah. I ranked it, just to be clear, I ranked it based on the original.
Yeah.
That's the one I had watched going into this.
Just because, but I get what you're saying. Both versions make sense. Like, we're ranking it on that the special edition, they would all be near the bottom, because those scenes just suck.
Because even in that version, they got rid of the Ewok song, didn't they, at the end?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they got rid of that, and then they
why?
They also gave the Sarlacc a beak.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like, he didn't need a beak. He was just
the Ewoks aren't playing on the stormtrooper heads at the end.
No.
Yeah. Come on, man. I need that. I need Return of the Jedi to finish with the Ewoks playing the stormtrooper heads.
Yeah. He mastered, and we didn't need to see all the other planets pulling down the Emperor statues. It just, anyway, he went way too far with that movie. And so the version that's out there that the general public has access to, I mean, fortunately there are people who are obsessed with this movie and have, like, made 4K restorations of the originals, and they're selling them bootleg versions of that. So we do have that, and you've got the
I've got my Laserdisc. I've got my DVD back there too somewhere.
Exactly. So yes,
these DVDs have them on there. So
that's right. Yeah. So they're out there, but that's not what the general public sees anymore.
That's right. That's fair.
That's why I went with that.
It's fair.
Yeah. What did I have? I had Revenge of the Sith on there. Yeah, it's just I like it. Over time, it's become my favorite of the prequels for sure.
Yeah.
I like, again, because what Matt was saying, it's less goofy for sure, darker. I think Hayden Christensen definitely gets the most to work with out of the 2 movies he was in.
Yep.
He gets the most to kind of chew on, and, like, he definitely grew as an actor from Attack of the Clones, because some of his delivery in Attack of the Clones is terrible.
Yeah, the writing was also terrible in that movie as well.
Exactly, and the direction. Let's just say the whole movie was bad.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like he gets a little. He got a little bit better for Revenge of the Sith because there was a little more to chew on. Right? He got to he starts to turn evil. I mean, him killing all the younglings, like, jeez.
Oh,
whatever.
Oh yeah.
They deserved it, though, I think. When you look back, they were kind of like troublemakers, most of them. I looked at their dossiers. I kind of looked a little bit into them just to see if they were worthy of it.
I got to take care of these guys. Was he just picturing Jake Lloyd as a kid, and he was just
finally
poor Jake Lloyd? I don't want to slam Jake.
No, it's not that his fault. Again, it's just that's what he was given to do, and that's how he was directed. Especially as a child, you do what the director tells you exactly what to do. So it's no fault of his. It's just it's the whole concept of what they made him do in certain cases. There's some parts that were fine with him, but.
Yeah, and to be honest, Lucas isn't really like an actor's director. He's not really that good ever been that good at directing the actors to do. He's like, here's your line, just read it. And they're like, oh, that's all I got. But
yes,
you know what I mean. But anyway, out of the prequels, it ranked the highest for me because I enjoy it the most. I like the darker aspect of it. Mm-hmm. I do like the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin is amazing.
Yeah,
and again, and General Grievous for sure. I'll back that up. He's awesome.
That whole Grievous scene is just awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
When he catches fire, that's just so cool.
Yeah,
even when he just walks off a ship, it looks cool. Like he has that really cool walk. Like he's just
he's great.
He's a man on a mission.
Yeah. At least we got him. Darth Maul dying in Phantom Menace. At least we got Grievous. So that was cool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Again, one movie too late. Right. So now we're up to the top 5 now. So this is where it gets really, we're getting serious now, guys. All right. So here we go. My number 5, this might be a little controversial, is Empire Strikes Back.
Wow.
Okay. What? I'm wearing the shirt. How dare you?
How dare you?
And this is the end of the podcast.
I'm out of here.
I went with Solo. A Star Wars story.
Wow, okay.
That's good stuff. My number 5 is Rogue One.
Okay.
Oh, all right. That hasn't even been mentioned yet. So that's the first time that Rogue One's even been
mentioned. I'm the first one who mentioned it?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So we know where it's going to be on your list.
Yep.
That's cool. I mean, I
can guarantee it'll be in the top 5. Yep.
It will definitely be in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Luke, why did you choose one of the best movies?
I do not. I've never understood why. I like Empire Strikes. Again, all these movies we love. It doesn't they're all kind of the same. But I've never understood why everyone loves Empire of that trilogy so much. I've never gotten it. I find again, it's just that people running around like running away from things, and it's very disjointed to me. Now there's some fantastic scenes in it, of course, like the Cloud City stuff is great, and like the Hoth stuff's great. Like there's cool scenes. I find some of it, and I find that I always get like the Yoda stuff. I just find it boring. Like I find that whole stuff with Luke training, and I'm just over it. I'm not a big fan of that section of the movie. I like Yoda enough, but I'm not. I find him kind of irritating in that movie, to be honest. Because he's kind of just an old man.
Are you a human being? Are you?
Who hurt you?
This is a hot take. I didn't know we were doing hot takes.
Yeah, I got a hot take on this one. Wow. And there's just so many parts in that I'm just it's okay. It's never. But I like there's so many great scenes in it. In general, I find it the weakest of the 3.
Okay.
Interesting.
And I'll just go down here now.
Yes. Hank and I are just going to have an adult conversation.
Enough out of you, Matt.
The grown-ups are going to talk now.
I was scared to say that one where I did, but.
All right. So I went with Solo on this one. So unlike Luke, who wants the story to move on, I love backstory. I'm all about backstory. I love filling in gaps, and I love finding out why things happened and having things change because of what I've learned. Do you know what I mean? So I'd always been really curious about the dice that hang in the Millennium Falcon. Not that I needed to know why they existed. I just always thought they were the coolest. Like, that's so cool. They just got gold dice in there. So it was really neat for me to find out how that happened. Was it necessary? No. But I love knowing that that's where it came from. And so I like those backstories. And I also really liked that they brought back Maul, and the whole Crimson Dawn thing. I just wish, like you said, Loop, I wish they had made a trilogy, because Crimson Dawn would have been awesome. Like, to see Darth Maul like running this thing, and like obviously he was manipulating, like that would have been so cool to see that. And I was so like, I in the theater I literally like gasped out loud. Maul, because he's like no question my favorite Star Wars character. I love Darth Maul, and I in anything. So the fact that they brought him back, I just thought that was cool, and I love the way they brought him back. So it's still one of my favorite. I just love it. I think it's great. I love the way that Han met Chewie. I thought that was well done. It really filled in a lot of gaps for me. Not that I needed them filled, but it was, I liked it.
A shout out to the character, and I forgot to say when I ranked it, but Enfys Nest.
Enfys Nest, yes.
Yeah, I really like that character a lot. Just the design, the armor's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to that.
I loved that she was a young girl.
Yeah, me too.
Like all the way through the whole movie, you're like, this is like some killer, crazy. Yeah. And then she takes off the mask and she's like a redhead young girl. That was awesome. Like,
cool. That was subverting the expectation of some badass, but it's like, he's more badass because
I thought that was so cool. And even like that, and the train
scene. The train scene's pretty cool. I like that train scene.
Great. Wicked.
Shout out to Woody Harrelson because he's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, he's so good.
Okay, now I think I should have made this my number one pick.
But I know. Now I'm like, oh, this should have been higher. I might watch it after we're done.
Should have been higher.
Anyway. It's a great one. Again, it's too hard to rank because I love all these movies.
This is true.
What did I have? I had Rogue One.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, this one could be higher because I do like the director a lot. On filmmaking level, it's amazing. One of the best ones.
Yeah.
I will be honest. When I first saw it in theater, I wasn't that crazy about it. I was like, I was a little let down. I just thought it was, I don't want to say a mess, but I thought some of the characters were just a little much at points. But now I've seen it, probably 10 times or more. Yeah. And it's definitely grown to be one of the best. I think the show Andor has definitely helped me appreciate that movie way more.
Yeah.
No spoilers. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I've only watched season 1. Sure. That's next on my list. But yeah, I love Rogue One's great. I love Ben Mendelsohn as
I love him generally. He's such a great actor.
He's just always awesome. So he's just a great bad guy. That's a no-brainer. I mean, they always get great actors to play the bad guys.
They do.
And then Mads Mikkelsen. I mean, I wish he was in it more, but he's great in it. Yeah. I have really nothing bad to say. Like, it's number 5, but there's nothing bad to say about that movie.
No. Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at number 4.
Yeah.
Mine's Force Awakens at number 4.
Okay.
Oh, wow. All right.
Wow.
I went with Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
At 4.
Okay. You gotta get ripped for number 5.
That was my poker face. I didn't want to let on that I.
You don't want to give anything away. I mean, I just give away where I'm at.
5, interesting.
So my number 4 is Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Force Awakens.
Yeah. When that movie came out, I loved it. And the more I watch it, the more I love it. And you were saying earlier, Larry, that there's that trilogy you don't really ever rewatch. That's the one I rewatch of that trilogy. And I've rewatched it several times. And I will say that I cried 2 times during that movie every goddamn time. As soon as as Leia and Han see each other for the first time, Every time I'm like, I start bawling. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just so good. And I think what makes it great is the John Williams score on it. Like, it's just whimsical. It has that sort of feel to it. Like even like where she's sliding down the mountain on the, like all that
Ray's
stuff
theme.
it's so cool.
Ray's theme is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It doesn't seem super CGI'd. It's like it's very practical effects and things. There's so much about it that I love, and the characters are all good. And Kylo Ren is such a great character. Like even that whole scene where he's hurt and he keeps punching his side, which someone may do if they like I just love the choices that were made in that movie, and it's funny, and it's like it's just something about it I love, and I just ranked it quite high because when I watched it again I'm like, this is like definitely one of my favorites of Star Wars. So
you convinced me. I want to move it up on my list now.
I totally agree, and I think wasn't the first line in it something like this will begin to make things right. Wasn't that like one of the first lines in it? And I think that was JJ's whole thing was, let's not do a CG heavy trilogy. Like get away from the prequels, which were so CG'd and terrible. Let's get back to practical effects. Let's get back to practical story with real characters, and let's just fix what the prequels broke. I totally agree. So number 4, I chose Empire Strikes Back. Again, like I really like of the 3 of them. I think like the 3 originals, it's still I think like the maybe not, well, it's the best. I think it's great. I went to see it again in the theater. It came out a few years ago because it was the 40th anniversary. I think it was the 40th. So they re-released it in the theater. And when I saw it on the big screen like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, it was like watching it for the first time. It was so good on the big screen. I had seen it probably 100 times between the time it came out and that time, but seeing it again on the big screen when you see all the details and the filmmaking and just everything fit and everything worked and the excitement was palpable. It was just, I just think it's such a good, and it also of the like it because it was the middle of the trilogy, it was the one that had to build the characters the most, I think. And that was where they had their conflicts. Like Luke, was training and he didn't know if he should stay with the training or help his friends, and like that's the pivotal like there were a lot of pivotal moments in there that I think changed the direction of where it was going. So
it sets up all the conflict for the next one, for sure. In the best way.
Can I just say too, like whenever you watch, like I've again, like you, Larry, I've watched these on the big screen and when they've come back, and every time, and I don't know why, every time you watch it again, I think the last one I saw might have been Star Wars, but every time I rewatch it, you find something different that you just didn't like. I'm always like, is that in the regular movie? Like I always see a little something that I just like didn't quite notice, but I think it's just because it's on a big screen and you don't have the phone to look at while you're watching it and everything else that you're distracted by nowadays. There's nothing like seeing these in the theater. Like it's the best. So
nothing beats it.
Absolutely.
I had what I have number 4. I had Return of the Jedi. I mean, of the original trilogy, my least favorite, I guess we're saying, because I haven't named the other 2 yet. Right. But that doesn't mean anything. I love that movie. As a kid, I think maybe I rewatched that one the most, mostly because of the Jabba's Palace opening. It's like one of my favorite sequences of all Star Wars. That stuff is just so great. I love like the undercover mission of Lando there and Luke coming and the droids. I love all like the mission of it to rescue Han and Chewie.
Totally agree.
Obviously, everybody there, but
the menagerie of characters in Jabba's palace, like
it's amazing.
Like as a kid, you're just like, like, look, there's another one. What's that thing? Where's that thing? What's that thing? It's
so cool. And again, if we're not talking about the special edition, just the original, like all the puppets and Salacious Crumb and Jabba, like everything just my kid brain was just firing on all cylinders. So that really all that stuff worked for me. I mean, even as a kid, I didn't really like the Ewok stuff, and I still don't really like the Ewoks too much, just because I know it's a common complaint, but like the Ewoks taking care of all those stormtroopers just still kind of gets me. I'm like, I don't know, man. They got rocks and stuff. The stormtroopers just like, do they really suck that much at shooting? Like, but like, so that stuff always kind of bugs me a little bit. But Han is so good on Endor. He's so like scoundrelly, but still kind of taking the lead. Like he steps up in his role in that one. I love all the stuff with Darth Vader and the Emperor and Luke on the Death Star. Like just the dialogue in those scenes is great, and like the conflict that they're having all there is great. And then the lightsaber stuff is awesome. And Luke not wanting to fight his dad is spoiler alert. But anyway, that stuff is all great. And the Emperor. And as a kid, I always gravitated toward villain characters, and the Emperor was just so cool and scary. And, I don't know. I was a big fan.
And he was like super intense in that one.
Yeah, he's really scary in that one.
Will die.
Right? And then we saw the first time seeing like, wait, what? A guy, he can shoot like electricity out of his hands?
Yeah.
This is awesome. So, that was
cool. You can start to see what Jedi can do, like, because he hadn't really seen
it's just
a lot to that extent of what they can really do if you go to the dark side, and you're like, dark side didn't seem that bad actually. It's got
I know. Like, I mean, you can choke that guy out at work because he doesn't agree with you. Dark that guy pipes in, and he's like, "Shut up!" I'm gonna shoot. He's like, "It's all right." I don't know. But anyway, anyways, I don't want to go on a whole tangent, but the robot chicken skit where they're pretending that the choking doesn't really work. And they're always just switching the guys out with different mustaches and hats. And they're not actually choking, like they're not dead anyway.
That's so good.
Robot Chicken Star Wars ranks really high on my list.
Yeah, that is so good.
I love Robot
I like
Chicken.
the in Star Wars, the cantina scene. And he's like, "Hey, what do you guys want to hear?" "I think I want to hear the same song," and they keep playing it over and over again.
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, so good. And now I gotta rewatch that now because I have that.
I know. I rewatch those all the time. And I'll shout out my guy. Me and my friend are just big Max Rebo fans. So Max Rebo in Return of the Jedi is just special shout out to Max Rebo.
Love Max Rebo.
We did a deep dive on like his backstory, and it's amazing.
The whole band is great. Like I would go see them on tour. Like,
give me the Max Rebo story movie, like the solo. Max Rebo, a Star Wars story. I'll watch that.
That's right, yes.
Because he actually, if you look at the backstory, used to play with Dr. Teeth, and then he then they split up into two different. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, the whole Muppet universe.
We read about it for hours. We're like, this is incredible.
I do have to bring up one thing that has been floating around about Return of the Jedi, and it's only come out in the last couple of years, but I can't not think about it when I see it. It's the whole idea that the Ewoks, you're talking about the Ewoks and how you kind of can't quite grasp that situation.
Sure.
Somehow the Ewoks gave Princess Leia a brand new outfit.
Yeah.
Which implies that at some point they killed and ate another woman who was wearing that outfit in order to have that outfit.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
They were gonna roast Han Solo and eat him. Because he was the dinner, so obviously that's something they do.
So I think you're right. Yeah, like I mean, they're more savage than we think, right? Because they're playing those stormtrooper helmets. Are their heads still in there, or are they just helmets?
I'm gonna say yes.
I sort of assumed the dresses and stuff came from them.
Yeah,
like
no,
I thought they had they had a suitcase, and then they just and then Han brought it to her, and then
they didn't come with other clothes. The Ewoks dressed her.
So how did they get this dressed? Yeah, they're more savage than we think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're nasty.
Okay. Rethink my.
But that's totally changed the way I see that scene. Like every time I see it, I'm like, wow, they actually ate the person who was wearing that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They could have just a good seamstress. You don't know. You don't know anything about them.
They don't. This is what happened. I'm go with me on this.
I'm going with that. I'm going with they ate someone and they.
Yes.
Which is much cooler, really.
It really is. Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Number three. We're getting close to number one.
Yeah, we're almost there.
All right. Okay, my number 3 is Rogue One.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. My number 3 is A New Hope, otherwise known as Star Wars.
My number 3 is The Last Jedi.
Oh, wow. That's way up there.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah.
All
right, here we go.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'll get into it.
Gloves are coming off.
All right, I put Rogue One. We've talked about Rogue One. I just think it was one of those movies where they came up with, so they create this movie based on the fact that their people went after the plans and they all basically lost their lives to get the plans that they needed to get to do the Death Star, which is a great concept to go backwards and create this movie. So they create this thing with like some great characters. And then they kill them all off at the end, which you knew was going to happen. But at the same time, I'm like, oh man, like this was great. This could have been a 3-movie like thing for sure. Like with these characters, like I love them all. And I mean, they're able to do Andor the show and things like that. But it was just such a, like, that's how much I love the characters in the movie that I was almost angry at the end because they were gone, but it's not the fault of anything other than the way the story was built. But I'm like, oh, why'd you make it so good? and just the style of it was great. I love on the beach at the end, and you see the AT-ATs coming through. Oh, yeah. Like it just the idea of the water and them wading through water, and there's so many things in that movie visually I love in Rogue One, and like in the fields when they're walking through, and like it's just a beautiful looking movie, and it's fantastic from start to finish. I just really love that movie. When I watched it again, I'm like, this is great. Like whether it's a Star Wars movie or not, like I thought this is just a really fun sci-fi movie, and it's just so, and all the actors are so good in it. Like it's just more. I need more.
And talk about nostalgia, bringing actual lines and scenes from the original trilogy when they had the Gold Leader, when they were attacking the planet in the Y-wings and the X-wings, when they had Gold Leader actually like the same exact actor, like scenes that they didn't use in the first movie and lines. That so cool. I'm like, oh my, like talk about blending universes, like making you feel like this is part of the same universe. It was, because it was literally a 40-year-old clip from the original trilogy in this movie seamlessly, like absolutely seamlessly.
Yeah. I remember too at the very end when Princess Leia turns around and it's like I honestly like lost my shit. Like I was like, what is going? This is great. Like I love that. And then the fact that they brought back like Grand Moff Tarkin too as well, right? Like like I mean, it didn't look 100%, but it was like
the best, but it's still cool.
It looked cool. Really I thought it was a great idea, and I thought they executed it really well.
Yeah. And we have to give a little shout out to the scene at the end with Darth Vader walking down the hall when it's dark and all of a sudden his lightsaber goes off,
God.
And then he just does talk about showing what the Force can do.
Checking people and
that was finally where we got to see a bad guy like a Sith actually like be badass.
Yes.
I mean, Darth Maul got to be a little bit, but that was like, okay.
That's like he was just slamming people left, right, and center.
That was a fantastic scene. I love that.
It is, and I would say out of all the newer Star Wars movies, like prequels, sequels, anything besides the original trilogy, that one feels like the most that it fits in with the original trilogy.
Yeah,
it feels closest to those films.
All right, so I went with A New Hope because to me it's my favorite of the originals. Obviously, I mean, I just said that the Empire Strikes Back was my favorite, but no, I was wrong. No, that's not true. The Empire Strikes Back, I think, is my favorite, but this will always be like the number one. I mean, we started with this. This is where we got our love of. We wouldn't be here right now talking about this stuff if we didn't fall in love with that movie. Right? Like it just because you talked off the top loop about you categorize these movies based on emotion and the impact that it made. Well, obviously that one particular movie made such an impact on all three of us that almost 50 years later we're still here talking about it. So it's although it's my number 3, it's not my number 1. It's my number 3. It's there because it's got to be there. Like it's the best. It's the best of them. You'll understand why it's my number 3 when I go through my other 2. But
okay, all right,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so number 3 on my list was Last Jedi. Um, I know Matt's not the biggest fan.
We don't
And
talk about that anymore.
I know a lot of people aren't. I know I have to defend this movie all the time, and uh, I love it. Again, going back to why I love it so much and where some of these rank is because the filmmaking. And that one, if I'm being honest, if it was a ranking on just pure filmmaking level, Ryan Johnson is the best filmmaker of all those guys. So that one would be number 1. If it was, we're just talking about skill as a filmmaker and a writer. He's a better writer too than George Lucas, obviously.
Yes.
But yeah, like when you put it together with the other two, with Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, it is a mess because they're just not all, they weren't written together. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
But I think I like that one the most because again, I can watch that one on its own and enjoy it for what it is. Visually, some of those scenes are just jaw-dropping. The Snoke throne room scene with Rey
Oh,
is just amazing.
It is a cool looking scene for sure.
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps when that happens. Like the shot of the lightsaber coming towards the screen and her grabbing it is amazing. I'm pretty sure I was pretty excited in the theater when I saw that. And you know what? I know the complaints about like the going to the casino planet and all that stuff. I kind of liked it that some of the plans of the good guys didn't work. Like I like how their plans fell through, like they were useless. I'm like, finally, because every movie their plans always work out. They're like they're doing this, works out. They're doing this, and it works out. I like in Last Jedi that a lot of stuff doesn't work out. It was just different. It threw it for a loop, and
I totally agree.
Yeah, and then again, the end scene is great with the visuals look great. The red and the sand looks amazing. Luke is awesome. I know the complaints of old man Luke being totally turning his back on the Force and everything he's built up. I get it, but I like it though.
Yeah, I just found him like he was too curmudgeon for me and too like it was almost comically curmudgeoned as opposed to like me buying that he's that like he's just like it was missing a bit of emotion or something in there like for me that it was like because it was just like where he gets mad he's like drinks the milk out of the whatever and like all that was
the one that was the one scene that I didn't think needed to be there.
I love it. I mean I'm like half Luke's age at that point and I'm already that grumpy, so I can't even imagine how grumpy I'll be at that point as a Jedi.
Right. Well, and see, I bought it because of the backstory. Like he experienced a lot of death as a result of things that he did, right? I mean, Yoda was gone. Ben Solo, he had messed up pretty royally.
That's huge.
You know, I mean, so he had seen, I mean, the Jedi Order literally was wiped out. Like his whole purpose was to save the Jedi, to end the Sith and kill the Empire, and Jedi would come back in their glory, and he failed. Like to me, that movie was all about failure. Like it was supposed to be about failure because really they did. If you look back at all the other movies, it didn't work out. The Jedi did not. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. The fact that he was the only one left, obviously the Jedi failed, but the Sith were still, you know, doing the thing. The Empire was still, it changed into the First Order, but that was flourishing, you know. I mean, so that didn't upset me that he was curmudgeonly because he just was like, I've wasted my whole life.
He's been through so much, like you said. Like I don't see how Luke could have come out of that. So
and I feel like if he had just stayed with Yoda instead of going to Cloud City,
I know. Come on,
his training, he would have been fine.
I do really like that, and I love the end scene. I mean, with the little boy and like the broomstick and using the Force, like it's such a good hint at getting away. I know where he was talking about getting away from the Skywalker story, and it seemed like it was like Ryan Johnson kind of got it. It was like we can get away from that, and it's not just. But and then I think there was too much dark backlash on it and negative backlash, and then they went back with Rise of Skywalker, kind of trying to please everybody at least.
Yeah. And it was a shame because that scene with the broom boy. At the end, I thought was awesome. I thought that they were totally going to set up the fact that literally anybody could be force sensitive. Like everybody could be force sensitive. It's not just the Jedi. Like, and that's what Luke was saying in the thing. You know, we were being presumptuous, like we were being cocky and arrogant, thinking that it was just us. It was just the Jedi who could be, but no, anybody could be. And I wish that they had carried that forward. And that's, I think, the problem with the trilogy is that they had elements that they dropped, and they were.
Oh, for sure. If you look at it as a whole, those three movies, it's kind of a mess, right? Like, out of the three, that's the one I go back to the most. That's the one I get the most out of. And then, as a fan of good filmmaking, I think that one's got those other ones beat. But
yep,
nothing against
there was just a lot of things in that movie. I'll go back to it again. I didn't like the Master Code Breaker. I couldn't stand that character. and they even said, I think Justin Theroux was supposed, like, I think he might have been the original one that they were trying to find. Like he was gambling, and he looked, because they remember they saw him.
But then
you see him in that scene,
and he looked like such an interesting character, and I'm like, oh, this guy looks really cool. And then I couldn't stand. I'm not a big fan of who played the code. Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of him, and I just found I didn't like him in this movie. I found him really irritating, and there's a lot of things in this I didn't like the whole when they took off on those backs of those like riding, or I don't know what they were, like those creatures that like they were racing on them, all that kind of stuff. I just was like, that whole planet scene, the casino scene, the whole thing was a wasted scene to me. Like I could go on about this movie. Admiral Akbar again. Admiral Akbar.
I've heard it all before. So I get it.
There's one line in it I love, and I think it's one of my favorite lines in all the Star Wars movies, which was where Yoda's talking to Luke, and he's gonna burn the texts.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, oh, page turners, they are not. That line kills me. I don't know why, but that's
a great line.
And it's just a great line, because it's like Luke thinks it's so like that's just such an important part of everything, and Yoda's like, it's not really that important. Like,
it's not about the books.
Yeah. No, they do come in handy in the next movie, I guess. But
yes,
exactly. More proof that they weren't. They're just the writing's a little bit of a mess all over the place.
Yeah. 100%.
They dropped the ball.
All right. Well, we'll agree to disagree on that one, but it's
fine.
Right.
It's probably a hot take. I don't know how many people.
I don't know
get that high, but number 3 for me.
All right. Okay, the number 1 and 2s are going to be kind of like, I don't like they're almost. I don't know. I like Larry's face. I think I know what yours number 1's going to be, but we'll go through it.
Okay.
So number 2 for me is A New Hope.
Okay. Yeah. Number 2 for me is Rogue One.
Okay. Love it. Number 2 for me is Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
There we go.
Okay. All good picks. All good plays.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Yeah. I do hope, again, like you were saying, it's like we wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't for that movie. I like the structure of it. It was just so groundbreaking in its time. Like as a kid, like the whole movie just blew your mind. And I always associate that movie with all the action figures and everything that went with it. It was more than a movie. It was like an experience, because there was so many things spawned off that movie. I had like a comforter with Star Wars on it. Like everything was just Star Wars. Everything like it just changed like movies for me as a kid, like, because it was just mind blowing, and it was just so much was going on. It was people were talking about it, and there was like everything had Star Wars in it. Everything was. I remember watching the Star Wars Christmas special, and that was back when he didn't even know it was on. Like I just remember seeing it, and I thought it was great at the time. Now I look back now, and it was not. But you were just enamored with Star Wars. Like you go to the toy section, and like everything would be Star Wars, and it was like. It was just so awesome. And I think the characters that Luke, this is where I will praise Lucas. He created characters that are just like, will go on forever. Sure. And not many directors or writers can do that, where you're just like a whole generation is, like bonded to these characters. And I just love everything about this movie. It's just, I could watch it again and again and again. Like there's just so many great scenes, so many memorable parts. It's just amazing.
So I went with Rogue One, mostly because Rogue One for me made A New Hope even better. Because like that whole backstory, first of all, it's, as we've said, I won't get into a lot of detail because we've pretty much covered it, but it was such a brilliant story. Like it was so brilliantly told with brilliant actors, like the casting was spot on. Everybody saw Guerrera in there. Like
Yeah.
it was just such a good movie. But the fact that it literally led up to like the first scene of A New Hope made it almost just a full like an extension of A New Hope. So
Yeah.
watching that and then literally because I remember when it came to Blu-ray, getting the Blu-ray and watching the Blu-ray and then immediately putting A New Hope in and watching
Yeah.
it right after, and all of a sudden I was like, so that's what just happened? Like that's why because it just that whole opening scene with Darth Vader walking in A New Hope, with Darth Vader walking onto the Tantive and confronting Leia, you could see why he was so pissed off.
Yeah.
Like now
Yeah.
like he just went through, like he was that close. He was that close to having it in his hand, and
It
he
was almost
didn't
there.
get it. So it made that whole opening scene even more intense, I thought. So I had to put it at number two because it made A New Hope even better. I mean, and I didn't think that was possible, but for me, it gave you like so much more depth
Yeah.
of story when it came to A New Hope, having seen Rogue One. So
Yep.
that's why it's number two.
I'll mention with Rogue One too. It's like it's one of the first sort of movies where you see there's other people involved other than Skywalker. You know what I
Yes.
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
there's other
Yeah.
the rebels are like there's people that are actually making an impact other than just those seven people or
Yeah.
six people and a Wookiee or whatever. But it's like
Yes.
like it's like, there's more to it, and I like that broader story as well.
Yeah.
So
And
For
and
sure.
just
For sure.
knowing that all those people died. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That they didn't live on, that they weren't like, okay, here you go, good luck, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
all died. Like it just made what Princess Leia was doing even more impactful. Like
yeah.
these people literally, you saw them die to get that disc to her. Like
Yeah.
it just like, oh,
And
crazy.
and I mean, doing that movie too, where you know those characters are going to die, and doing a movie where your main characters, anybody who knows it, knows those guys are going to die. So doing that and making you care for them, that's a feat for sure.
In
Yeah.
in 2 hours.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Edwards really knocked it out of the park on that one.
Oh,
He's a good filmmaker.
he
Yeah.
sure is.
And
Yeah.
shout out to my guy Donnie Yen in Rogue
Yeah.
One.
Oh,
I love that guy. I love
oh,
Asian films.
Oh
So
yeah.
seeing
yes.
Star Wars movie just made me happy. So
Yeah, Chirrut Emway, I think was his
yeah,
name.
yeah,
And,
he's great.
then his, I know I don't remember his sidekick with that
Yeah,
awesome like laser machine gun thing that
awesome,
he
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
that
Yeah,
was the
all
two
the
of them
characters are
together,
so great in that movie. Yeah,
every one of them,
every time I watch that one, it gets better.
and
yeah.
Alan Tudyk as
Yeah,
K2SO,
yeah,
like that, he was such a good droid. Like he
I
was
know.
cocky and just we could go
Yeah,
on for hours.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, every time I see that one, it gets better and better. And or speaking of that one making A New Hope better, and or the show has made Rogue One
Yes.
even better.
Well,
Yeah.
wait till you see season two.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna watch this season. That's next on my list for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Hooked
So,
on Alien Earth
That's
right
when
now.
we rank the
oh,
episodes of Andor. That's our next
yes.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had number two. I had Empire Strikes Back. Um, Obviously, any detective skills, you know what my number one's going to be. But number two had to be this one. It could have been either or.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back is just the greatest sequel probably in movie history. I don't know. I can't. There's Godfather 2. There's the Two Towers. There's all these great sequels, but Empire Strikes Back is in a league of its own.
Yeah.
It's singular sequel. Empire
Yeah.
Strikes Back. The writing's great. Setting all up, like we said, setting up the conflict of the next one, leaving it on such a dark cliffhanger is
Yes.
like it's such a ballsy move.
Yeah.
Which even as a kid, I'm like, I can't believe they did that. Like,
Yeah.
you're just sitting on the edge of your seat. You're like, I can't believe it. I mean, and that's the first one where they knew we're gonna make more of these. Like, one was just New Hope's. They made it as we might only be making one of these. By Empire, it's like we're gonna be making a couple of these, at least one more.
Yeah.
So he knew he was making three, but setting it up and doing like that. I mean, Luke and Darth Vader, their battle is amazing. The big reveal, like the big twist, is still gets me. Like it's still like it's so good, and Mark Hamill's so good in the scene. His reaction is
Oh,
incredible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's nothing I can't. It's Larry, you're talking about scenes that knock something down or something. I can't think of anything I don't like in Empire Strikes Back. It's
No.
just it's the definition of a perfect movie.
Pretty close.
Yeah. I love it so much. It could be number one, but it could not on this list. It isn't. But
not today.
Maybe next month. Maybe
not
next
today.
month.
But when I watch it, it is number one. I'm like, this is as good as it gets for me. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. All right, we're up to number one.
All right,
number one movie, number one Star Wars movie. So remember, this is your number one
of
all time.
So
right here.
Is this your favorite? Is that what you're saying?
I'm happy with mine.
All right.
Mine is Return of the Jedi.
All right.
And I will actually put in as a caveat by far. So I'll put that in there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, don't hate me for saying this, and Lou probably already knows. My number one is Phantom Menace.
I love it.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
I will explain more in a minute.
Yeah, we'll explain. My number one is Star Wars. Also known as Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. But whatever you want to call it, it's number one. Anyway,
it's number one. All right.
Yeah, we'll go.
All right. We've talked about obviously all these movies at some point, but we can get more into it. But Return of the Jedi to me was like the perfect ending to that series. Like it was just. Characters were well established, but they've grown. Like Luke was suddenly more of a Jedi in that. Yeah. There was just that again, like you're saying, Hank, that Jabba's palace scene. I remember seeing as a kid, and I was like, "What is going on?" It was so dark, and actually as a kid, a little scary too. Like and this is the first time we had seen Jabba too, because there's a lot of talk of Jabba, but we hadn't seen him, and he was like just the way they designed him. It blew my mind. Like you'd think he'd be like the original Jabba from the original Star Wars that never got used, like some guy in a fur vest or whatever. But this is like a giant slug. Like he looks and intimidating too. Like he was just wild and just like just all the characters in it. And next time I'm hiding on someone, I'm going to do the Lando where he's like, that's what you do when you're hiding on people.
Yes,
of course.
Pull your mask down entirely.
But it just the whole build to the Sarlacc, and he shoots the lightsaber. And I could watch that scene over and over again. It was just such a great scene. Then
the lightsaber shooting out of R2-D2 and Luke catching it, forget about it.
Awesome. It was so good, and with the flip too and everything, it was just so good. And then the whole movie I loved, and even the end, like the Ewok stuff. I love the Ewoks. I don't know why. I just thought they were kind of fun. I mean, it was just I guess we've kind of decided they're way more vicious than we thought they were.
I think because I didn't have a teddy bear as a kid, maybe that's why I didn't.
He just didn't like.
Maybe that's
fair. You just have to think of them as mini Wookiees, really, is really what they are.
Sure.
There's like a half Wookiee, half Wook, as I like to call them. But it's just, there's so many things in that movie. It's just so memorable. Like that whole speeder bike scene. Remember in the theater when you're a kid watching, as they're buzzing through all the trees? Like it was just amazing.
And it still looks good.
Yeah, it was just such a cool
the sound of those speeder bikes.
Yeah.
You can hear it in your head right now, can't you?
Yeah.
Totally.
I've never heard that sound before, and I've never heard it used again. That's the only thing in the world that sounds like that.
Shout out to Star Wars sound effects in general. Like all those sound effects, the lightsabers, all that, the speeders, all the sound effects of Star Wars are burned in my brain.
Insane.
Yeah. It was so good. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. And again, I'm looking at the original cut, not the Lucas cut,
the massacred cut.
Yeah, like the 12-inch single of Return of the Jedi.
Nice noodles.
Yeah, I just the whole ending, I just love it just felt good when it ended, and then when they do that circle wipe to the end, and then the credits roll and
I'm pretty sure I'm still in tears when I watch the end. Yeah, Star Wars. Speaking of crying in Star Wars, for sure. Yeah. Tears.
And can I just give a shout out to the massive gash on Jabba the Hutt's tail?
Yeah.
I noticed when I was a kid, and I cannot not see it. You only see it when they cut to Salacious Crumb, and he's laughing because he's sitting next to the tail. There's this massive open wound on Jabba. No idea where that came from, but I just always thought that made him so much cooler because he's just living with this open wound on his on his tail, and it's fine. He just made him like just mean.
I was so obsessed with the whole Jabba's palace stuff that there was that book that came out, I don't know, probably like 30 years ago, Tales from Jabba's Palace.
Yes, I still have that.
Yeah, I have it. And all those short stories on every character. Like, there's a Salacious Crumb short story. I'm like, I read all that religiously. I'm like, this is amazing. I need to know about all these characters.
Yeah, absolutely. And they all have backstories. Like, because of that book, they all have backstories. But
amazing.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies when I think of Star Wars, that's kind of the first movie I think of, like, just because I think everybody was established. It all came to like it just ended that piece of that story, and it did it so well. I can't stop thinking about it. So number one.
All right. Number one.
So I will explain my pick. Phantom Menace as my number one Star Wars movie. First of all, by saying, and we've said this all. What's that? You ready for this?
Yeah, I have to lean in closer.
Okay, good. Okay, it's not the best movie. I want to make that clear. It is definitely not the best movie, but when you're basing your movies, like you said, Loop, on emotion and the impact it had on you, we had waited 26 years between Return of the Jedi and anything new in Star Wars. I mean, except for like the Droids animated TV show and those.
Shout out to Droids.
As far as movies go, it was 26 years between Jedi, Return of the Jedi, and this, and the hype for this was insane. Like, do you remember? Like,
oh yeah,
I sometimes couldn't function at work because the new trailer was. I remember the trailer. Like, this is how much this impacted me. The very first trailer that came out was on the Today Show. Do you remember the Today Show on NBC?
Yeah.
I remember.
The Today Show was going to premiere the first trailer. And so I was at work and had TVs, and I actually couldn't work in the morning because I had to watch that whole hour-long show or 2-hour-long show to be able to see that. And I recorded it, and then I had to, like, take my VHS and burn it to another VHS so I'd have a copy of the thing. Like, I was so obsessed with this and so excited, but I wasn't as excited about the original Star Wars because we didn't know what it was. It was just a movie when we were going to see it. There was no, like, I mean, Loop and I were like 6 years old, 7 years old. So it was just another movie that we were going to see. And then it turned into this thing. But for me, A Phantom Menace was like a year or two of just pure on excitement, like just so much excitement. And when we went to see it, like I said, Loop and I went to the midnight showing. We waited in line for probably 3 hours. It was one of the first dates I ever took my wife on. she had to stand with us in line. But we stood in line for hours to go see it at the it was the Rainbow Cinemas, which is downtown. Waited in line, saw the movie. Totally blown away. I didn't even care I couldn't understand a word that Jar Jar Binks said. I didn't even care. I was just I was so excited that we were getting new Star Wars content. And then Loop and I got in the car that morning and drove to the States so we could watch it in a different country on the same day. And then we came back and I think we watched it in the evening again. Like, I've never in my life been so hyped for a movie. Because, I mean, we had been massive Star Wars fans because of the original trilogy for, and collecting all the toys. And then finally, after literally a generation had passed before we got a new movie. And so I will never forget the excitement and the anticipation and like you said, the soundtrack. I listened to that soundtrack after the movie came out for like months. It was in my car on a CD player. For months, I listened to that. It's the only soundtrack of all the movies that I've listened to in its entirety, probably dozens of times. So it's not, like I said, it's not the best movie, but it was the movie that I was more excited about than any other Star Wars movies. Even the new ones with J.J. Abrams, I was super excited about those, but not the same amount of time had passed, and I was older, and so that movie to me, like, just like ignited the spark once again. So so that's why it's my number one. Not the best movie, but the best memories.
And I talked you into buying all the action figures as well.
And that was part of it too, because that's when they Well, no, they came out first because that movie came out in '99.
Yeah.
In '97, they reissued. They started like hyping the movie by launching all the action figures at
Power of
Toys
the
R Us.
Force. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and in waves. And Loop and I would go like almost weekly
Oh
to
yeah.
every Toys R Us, and we'd go down to the States and we'd go in the Toys R Us there and like buy up every like I had lists of the waves of all of the action figures. So it was at least 2 years before Phantom Menace came up that we were getting super hyped about Star Wars coming back.
Yeah.
So
I had
yeah.
so many of those toys, and
Yeah.
the marketing campaign. Yeah. Speaking of the hype, shout out to the how awesome was that poster of little Anakin with the shadow of
Oh
Darth Vader.
yeah.
That's like one
Yes,
of the best Star Wars posters of
Yeah.
them
for
all. Like,
sure.
how did
Absolutely.
that not get you hyped for Star Wars?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so not the best movie, but definitely the best
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah.
So I tend to go back to that one a fair
Mhm.
bit.
Yeah.
Even though it's
Yeah.
not great, I know it's not, but I love listening to the music. And just reliving the excitement of, the whole thing. I just think
Yeah.
is yeah, so good.
I love it. I love it. Thinking
Yeah.
about my memories of when it came out and the hype leading up to it, those years leading up to it, definitely hits a nice spot for me, sweet spot for sure. I
Yeah.
love Phantom
Totally.
Menace so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where it is.
All
Number
right. And
one.
All right.
yeah. But
Your number
Yeah.
one, Hank?
My number one is
Yeah.
the original one, Star Wars. It might be like the obvious choice, but this is
yeah.
where all my I mean, it's obvious. All the love of Star Wars comes from this one, but all
Yeah.
my other reasons for my rankings here all kind of come together. Like George Lucas, admittedly, isn't the best director, but when he had little to work with, like the budget wasn't giant like the other ones, like for example, Phantom Menace and the prequel trilogy, where he directed, he had unlimited budget, he could do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Working with such a small budget, relatively small, I think for A New Hope, um, he makes it all work, and I love how lived in it all felt. Even as a kid, I'm just like, this just looks incredible. I've never seen anything like this. Obviously, I didn't see it in theater. I wasn't born yet,
Mhm.
but watching those movies over and over on VHS, and just seeing that everything felt real, right? Like it's just puppets and miniatures, and they're out in the desert filming, and just like I
Yeah.
had never seen a movie like that. And like I said, this is where all my things come together. So the filmmaking, George Lucas's directing is actually really good in that one. I guess the writing, like some of the dialogue might be something might be left to desire there, but everybody's really good. Han Solo is just the coolest
Yeah.
character that you've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
I guess Indiana Jones might be Harrison Ford's greatest like character, but I think I'd pick Han Solo over it. I don't know. And then again, for emotions and scenes that really are impactful for me, the scene of Luke coming out and looking at the two suns, and
Oh,
the score swelling up to that,
Oh
like
yeah.
it's just like, it's for me, that's like the pinnacle of Star Wars, and that scene is the best scene in all Star Wars. Is Luke's yearning to be somewhere else, and I mean, we've all been there at that age too, right?
yeah.
You're like, where am I going to go? Like, I want to get out of this life I've as a teenager, and he wants to do more, right?
Yeah.
And when you look back at that, and if you watch it at that time when you're Luke's age, and you're just like, I totally get that, and it always hits home for me. Luke
Totally.
is everything in that movie is perfect. I know I said everything was perfect in Empire, but it is. But
Yeah.
in A New Hope, even more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can
I
just
think
watch that one on its own. Like you can be like, I'm gonna do a Star Wars marathon and watch them all. But you can put on A New Hope and just watch that, and then you can
yeah.
and you can
Yeah.
just watch that and go about your day.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it is a contained. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't end with a cliffhanger.
Everybody gets their awards at the end except for Chewie. And then
Denied.
yeah, no award for Chewie. But
No.
yeah, it's like you can watch that. It ends. It's like Darth Vader spinning off in his TIE fighter somewhere, but the Death Star's exploded. It's all done.
Yeah.
So you can just watch that and be happy. But then of course, Empire comes along and
Makes it
just ruins your day. It's like
with happiness.
the bad guy, the main bad guy is the main good guy's dad, and
Yeah.
the other good guys frozen. Like you're just like, oh man. But yeah, New Hope, it's perfect movie. It'd be probably in my top 10, like just movies in general. Like it'd be in my top 10 list because that's how much I love that movie and how much, like you're saying, like these characters are just like part of my life for forever now. Like they'll never not be a part of my life. I mean, I have the Millennium Falcon tattooed on my hand.
That's as deep a connection as you can get.
And speaking of that, like the Millennium Falcon is the best ship in any science fiction movie, right?
Yeah.
Like what's cooler? Nothing's cooler.
No. That was also the holy grail of toys, to get that. I never did get a Millennium Falcon. I had every other thing.
Me neither.
I never did either. Never did.
But I had the maybe we can get a crowdfund going to buy us all Millennium Falcons.
We need one.
All I've ever wanted.
That's how much they are now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they had the Death Star. I had that giant Death Star with the 3 levels and the trash compactor in the bottom. I had that, but I didn't have a stupid so annoying.
The trash compactor scene. Come on, that scene's so amazing.
It's so good.
It's awesome.
There's so many of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars just in that movie.
Yeah. So awesome.
Han Solo shooting the console. Everything's okay here. How are you?
It's amazing. The prison rescue is amazing.
So great.
Yeah.
On and on. The scene for scene, it's just like perfect. And Obi-Wan Kenobi again with the casting of awesome actors playing in the movies. Alec Guinness is like one of the great British actors of all time. So having him in your movie, it's just there's some credit right there, and he's so good as Obi-Wan. As grumpy as he was, and how much I'm sure he didn't like that movie.
No, he didn't. Apparently,
but I love Obi-Wan. I don't know. I've always been a huge fan of that too.
Yeah. It's so.
Can't argue with that. No.
Yeah. That's it. Number 1.
All right, there we go. There's our lists. It's so awesome. Like just to rewatch these again too with a different eye. Some things stayed the same, other things moved around for me. And I'm sure if I did it again in another year or two, it would be different, a little bit different again. And even just like hearing everybody's love for certain movies has maybe moved some of mine up or down, depending. It's interesting to see what people kind of hook on to with these movies. Cause again, they're an experience, like in a lot of ways more than just a film. And it's, I don't know how they ended up doing that. And I don't know why it took so long to do sequels and prequels. And after that, after the hype of those first 3 and the money they made off them, that no one, but I think Lucas had probably put the kibosh on that, I would assume, because he owned it all. But anyways, but we're reaping the rewards now in some ways not so much, but some ways we are.
I'll take all the Star Wars content I can get. I'm chalk me up for being excited for the new ones with Ryan Gosling. I'm pumped.
Starfighter? We're getting a movie about spaceships, about Star Wars ships. I can't.
And again, with the great actor, I'm like, Ryan Gosling, let's go.
I am so stoked about this one.
Me too.
The X-wings and all of the ships in Star Wars is part of my favorite thing about Star Wars. So having an entire movie based around starfighters,
absolutely. Just again, I talked about the sound design, but all the aspects of Star Wars, the design to the creature design, to the planets, the ships, it's just all so big and fast and endless. You can just do so much with it, and it's all. I just want to live in that world all the time. I love it.
when Hammerhead, who only pops his head up in one scene, gets an action figure, it's good.
He gets an action. You get an action figure.
You get
everybody.
Everybody gets an action figure.
And we'll collect them all.
All right. Well, that was awesome. That was a lot of fun just to go back and rewatch all these. And thanks, Hank, once again for joining us. And we'll have you back for something else, because I don't know anyone who knows more about films than you do. And just the pure number of films that you own is something for me to live towards. It's awesome.
I try, guys. I mean, I always like being on there. Anytime you guys want to have me on, I'm always down. It's always so fun to talk anything, movies, physical media, anything I'm in. But Star Wars especially, that was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, Hank, for being here.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Hank. Thank you.
Okay. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. How awesome was that? That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God. That seriously, I literally want to put on all the Star Wars movies and just watch all 11 back to back right now. I'm so in the Star Wars mood.
Well, and too, when you talk about them and we're ranking them and everyone has different opinions on them, you start thinking about them differently already, even though we just watch them critically. But now we have different things to kind of think about while we watch them that like other people's sort of opinions on them. And
exactly.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
You'll be able to go back and watch The Last Jedi and love it.
Because I don't know about that, but it's I actually when I watched it, I was really like watched it with an open mind again. Like I was like, I'm just gonna watch this and see how it goes, and it was still like, but whatever. It's like it's not terrible. It's just it's not my favorite of the series,
and that's okay. And that's what's fun about this is that everybody has their own opinions, and that's A-okay.
I think we definitely need to do another like ranking episode at some point of something. Like I don't know which, like whether it's aliens or whatever it is. Like we should do another.
We should rank like Back to the Future.
All three of them.
How about that? Would that be good?
There's a good 10-minute episode there. I like one.
I like three. All right. I guess we don't do that then.
But no, that was fun to do. So, so stupid. So coming up, so this is our final episode of the season, which is season 7. And normally this would have been done like before summer.
And then like usually in June.
And then we have a whole summer kind of off, and then we come back. But now we sort of thrown everything off, so we'll probably be back later this month.
Yep, we will
with another episode, and then we'll have
a brand new season. So
and a brand new season,
whole new theme, everything,
new theme, new logo, everything. So, and we've already got some of that planned. So we'll and what I did like this season at the very end is when we kind of like revealed maybe our next 3 sort of like topics.
Yep.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll try some of that this year. I like that. Like, so people kind of know what's going to be coming up, and if they want to watch ahead, they can.
Yeah, it just means that we have to think a little bit further ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm already bored of it already. No,
this isn't going to work.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Yes. All right. All right. Thanks for watching the show or listening, depending where you're getting this content from. And we'll see you next time on Loop and Larry, Guardians of Geek.
Bye-bye.
Produced by Matthew C. Loop and Lawrence Simner. A Loop and Larry production.
Bueller.
He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Bueller.
Bad news. The fog is getting thicker.
And Leon's getting larger.
Inconceivable.
Brian's right. It's an elf.
Wax on.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Wax off.